Gold Rush Season 16 shows no sign of slowing down, and Episode 10, New Levels of Chaos, drives every miner deeper into unfamiliar territory. Ambition, desperation, and relentless pressure collide as the race for gold intensifies across the Klondike. For Parker Schnabel, chaos isn't something to fear. It's a necessary step toward making history. For Tony Beets, it's another high-stakes gamble. For Kevin Beets, it's a moment of hard truth. And for Rick Ness, it could be his final chance to salvage the season. Parker Schnabel is already running one of the most complex mining operations in the Yukon, but now he wants to push even further. Standing on the Golden Mile, Parker unveils a plan that immediately raises eyebrows. He wants 4 wash plants running at the same time. 2 are already operating in the area, and a third is processing pay elsewhere. But Parker wants to reach a level he's never attempted before. The Golden Mile has been producing solid gold, and Parker believes speed is the key to maximizing returns. At the Dominion wash plant, Big Red continues chewing through the bridge cut, while nearby, Slucifer finishes up the first section of rich pay. On his least productive ground along the Indian River, rocky sand continues moving steadily, boosting Parker's confidence. With gold prices climbing and time running out, Parker sees opportunity and refuses to slow down. To keep a momentum, he orders Tyson to move Slucifer to a new pad so it can immediately begin processing the next stretch of the Golden Mile. Every hour matters. Every delay costs gold. But the biggest shock comes when Parker announces his next move, bringing Big Red back from the dead. Big Red isn't just any wash plant. It's a relic from Parker's early mining days and a machine that has already been pushed to its limits. Last season, it barely survived, with parts breaking loose and systems failing under extreme stress. After more than a decade of nonstop mining, Big Red suffered a catastrophic breakdown that should have ended its career for good. Now Parker wants it running again within days. The mechanics aren't thrilled. The screen deck, sluice runs, and pre-wash system, the very heart of the plant, all need major repairs. This isn't routine maintenance, it's a full-scale revival. Every bolt, belt, and bearing is suspect, yet Parker doesn't hesitate. He wants Big Red operational in just 3 days, positioned beside Slucifer to double processing power on the Golden Mile. As sparks fly and metal grinds in the shop, tension builds. The crew is already stretched thin, juggling breakdowns across multiple sites. Running 3 wash plants is hard enough. Running 4 pushes the operation into controlled chaos. One failure could trigger a chain reaction of downtime across the entire mine. Still, Parker remains locked on his goal: 10,000 ounces of gold, a milestone that would define his career. To reach it, he knows he must take risks few miners would dare. Big Red may be battered and unreliable, but it could also be the key to making history. While Parker battles mechanical chaos, Tony Beets faces his own challenges with logistics and nature. Tony knows the equation by heart: more wash plants mean more gold. And when Tony decides he needs another wash plant, cost is rarely a concern. In this episode, Tony splurges on a new wash plant to boost production. But as always, nothing comes easy. Before the plant can even touch pay dirt, a flooded cut threatens to bring everything to a halt. Water fills the ground, turning progress into a swamp. Tony's crew responds by installing a high-capacity pump to drain the cut, racing against time to stay on schedule. During setup, a brief electrical mishap sends a wave of uncertainty through the crew. For a moment, it looks like yet another delay could derail the plan, but the Beets crew pushes through. The issue is fixed, the pump roars to life, and water begins to drain away. If everything holds, the cut will be dry by morning, and the new wash plant can finally move into full production. For Tony, it's a reminder that success in gold mining isn't just about spending money. It's about surviving everything that tries to stop you. For Kevin Beets, Episode 10 is less about machines and more about facing reality. After Parker Schnabel shows up to collect the debt Kevin owes, the weight of independence suddenly feels heavier than ever. Kevin wanted to prove he could stand on his own, but instead, he's found himself trapped by setbacks and mounting financial pressure. Now Kevin reaches a difficult realization. When everything starts falling apart, his parents may be the only safety net left. He attempts to negotiate a deal with his father, Tony Beets. It's not an easy conversation. Pride, expectations, and tough love fill the air. Whether Tony offers support or demands accountability could shape Kevin's future. Not just for this season, but for his entire mining career. One thing is clear: Kevin can't keep going the way he has been. Meanwhile, Rick Ness is facing the consequences of weeks of struggle. Lightning Creek hasn't delivered the gold he needed, and every gamble so far has come up short. Pressure is mounting, and time is running out. Finally, Rick catches a break. With his water permit approved, he fires up operations at Vegas Valley. It's a fresh start, but also a critical one. Rick knows this ground has to pay. There's no backup plan and no cushion left. If Vegas Valley doesn't deliver, his season could collapse entirely. As equipment roars to life, Rick puts everything he has left on this move. It's a bold gamble, but bold risks have always defined his mining career, for better or worse. New Levels of Chaos lives up to its name, as every operation teeters on the edge. Parker Schnabel risks everything by running 4 wash plants at once. Tony Beets spends big and battles the elements. Kevin Beets confronts the limits of independence. Rick Ness gambles his entire season on one final opportunity. With ambitions rising and margins shrinking, Episode 10 delivers mechanical mayhem, emotional pressure, and decisions that could reshape the rest of Season 16. In the Klondike, chaos isn't just unavoidable, it's the cost of chasing gold. As Gold Rush Season 16 moves beyond Episode 10, the gold totals are beginning to tell a clear story. Some miners are hitting their stride at exactly the right moment, while others are falling dangerously behind with only a few weeks left in the season. Gold prices remain strong, making every ounce count, but timing, efficiency, and the ability to manage chaos are just as critical, especially as operations scale up. After Episode 9, the gap between the leaders and those struggling to stay afloat has widened significantly, putting intense pressure on several crews as the season enters its most critical phase. Parker Schnabel sits firmly at the top of the leaderboard. With roughly 4,200 ounces already in the gold room, worth close to $15 million, he's built a commanding lead over the rest of the field. On paper, it looks like a dominant season. In reality, Parker knows this is exactly when things can still fall apart. Despite the impressive numbers, he isn't celebrating yet. His gold total puts him on track for a career-defining season, but only if his operation holds together. A single extended breakdown could wipe out weeks of hard-earned progress. Parker may be leading the pack, but he's also carrying the heaviest pressure. Tony Beets remains in second place with approximately 2,900 ounces of gold, pushing his season total past $10 million. It's a strong showing by any standard, but for Tony, it's still not enough. His operation continues to be defined by scale, multiple wash plants, massive cuts, and heavy investment. That approach brings big potential, but also constant challenges, including flooded ground, electrical problems, and the logistical headache of keeping huge crews and machines running at the same time. While Tony's gold total keeps him firmly in the hunt, the gap between him and Parker continues to grow. To close it, Tony will need uninterrupted production and strong ground in the weeks ahead. As always, he's willing to spend whatever it takes, but money alone won't guarantee success if the ground refuses to cooperate. For Kevin Beets, the numbers tell a much tougher story. Sitting at just under 200 ounces of gold, worth well below $1 million, his season has been an uphill battle from the start. Despite his experience and determination, the results simply haven't followed. Mining independently offers no safety net. Without the scale or financial cushion of larger operations, every setback hits harder. Mechanical failures, poor ground, and rising expenses have all contributed to Kevin's struggle. Rick Ness finds himself in the most dangerous position of all. With only around 80 ounces of gold, valued at roughly $250,000, he's barely on the board compared to the other miners. Weeks of work at Lightning Creek failed to deliver, and his low total reflects a season filled with bold gambles that haven't paid off. Now, as Rick prepares to shift his operation to Vegas Valley, the pressure couldn't be higher. There's no margin for error left. He needs a fast and dramatic turnaround if he hopes to keep his season alive. One more disappointment could push him beyond the point of recovery. After Episode 9, Gold Rush Season 16 has become a season of extremes. Parker Schnabel holds a massive lead but walks a razor's edge. Tony Beets remains powerful and relentless, still chasing the top spot. Kevin Beets is fighting just to stay afloat, while Rick Ness is running out of time altogether. As the season pushes deeper into uncharted territory, gold totals will continue to rise, but so will the consequences of failure. For these mine bosses, success isn't just about how much gold they've mined so far. It's about whether they can survive what still lies ahead. Please subscribe to the Timefold channel, and don't forget to like.